Okay, you guys. Now, with Godzilla Minus Zero, almost being or becoming out in just, maybe a few months, people are already kind of trying to, think on what monster or, villain can be in this new film. And, a lot of people can probably, say it's gonna be probably Ghidorah, and cause in the okay, let me just do the intro. So basically, you guys can understand. So basically, we're gonna be trying to figure this out, and we're gonna go through some reasons why it could be him. So hold up. Wait a minute. Hold on, let me just find a picture. Okay. So just basically, hold up. In the MonsterVerse, and then, the original films, he's known as an alien invader, sent from space, and can be, seen as a younger version of his own type of species, and kind of is an alien, So kind of, just basically, okay, and the trailer for, Minus Zero, we can see, some floating debris, Okay, and it's filled with blue radiation, but a lot of fans think it might be either a big kind of Godzilla, like a second Godzilla that's gravity powers, but that's just kind of related to Space Godzilla a little bit. I mean, I don't know any type of Space Godzilla that could throw debris up in the air with blue radiation, kind of just and kind of on the point here, we can see that it's floating in the air, but kind of some people think that basically it's Ghidorah. I can't tell why. I mean, I guess he has something to do with gravity. I don't know. I can't tell, probably, basically. I mean, and I think the creator, said that Ghidorah is his favorite monster movie, monster type thingy, type crap, whatever the fuck it's called, And well, with that being said, I'm not saying it could be in the second film of the movie, but, we do have a shot here, could be, we do have one singular shot here that it could be voting and debating on it being Monster Zero. I mean, it could. I'm not saying Ghidorah, won't make an appearance in this film. It could actually not. I believe it could not. Basically it could also kind of go for, Rodan and Mothra, but that is, very off topic, and, I doubt that. Kind of, so, I basically kind of doubt it's ever going to be Mothra or Rodan, I mean, kind of, basically, they've got their, anniversaries coming up. I think Mothra's, anniversary is already out, maybe. I don't know. Rodan's 70th anniversary is coming soon. Now, I'm pretty confused, I kind of thought, Godzilla Minus One was following the first ever Godzilla, And I thought in the second movie, it's going to be in gear. It's because, I think it's supposed to be, telling the first Godzilla to, the second Godzilla to the third Godzilla, or whatever the crap it's talking about, kind of crap, So I exactly kind of thought it was gonna be, Anguirus, but no, okay? Anguirus is a very common and very rare monster to be in a film, bro. Okay? Let's just be exclusive here, Like, Anguirus is the GOAT, bro, but we see no clues and no scenes, that can feature kind of Anguirus in it, bro. Like, and especially that it has to do with a little bit of America in this, let me think, like the New York statue in New York for America, like where Godzilla would be rampaging. I don't know, cause that showed that in the trailer, but I'm telling you, bro, I do not ever think that, Anguirus or could possibly, Mothra or Rodan are gonna be, in the second film. Because, like I said, Anguirus is rare, maybe so is Mothra and Rodan, Like in the MonsterVerse, Rodan only showed his parts in two things. One, kind of just being, KOTM, aka Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then, and, Godzilla Legacy of Monsters, or Monarch Legacy of Monsters, that. And then same with Mothra, she only got to be in, basically, okay, and King of the Godzilla King of the Monsters, and then, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire, gosh dang, like, gosh, bro, dude. Mothra's anniversary is, coming up, but I don't know. Dude, I don't know, dude. It's a little shot that she comes in the movie, knowing that it's gonna be the second movie. Like, we can't bring in too much monsters, okay? I feel like in, the ride, like in Godzilla the Ride, they brought in like I think it was Kiryu or Mecha Godzilla and Ghidorah, but like, gosh dang, bro. I don't know any other monster that would come into the second film of Godzilla -1, okay, Godzilla -0, I don't know. And, the fact that they're kind of, hinting Zero, kind of hints to, Monster Zero, aka the MonsterVerse Godzilla. I mean, Godzilla is crazy. MonsterVerse, Ghidorah, but, I'm just saying. And basically, Fuji Mountain is, mostly where Ghidorah would be fighting someone or roaring. Like, kind of, And, he's ancient, but he's also a younger species of his existence, And, like, look here, King Ghidorah is a three-headed dragon-like monster who is a staple of Toho's Godzilla franchise. The character first appeared in the 1964 film Ghidorah, the Three-Headed Monster. Ghidorah's design draws inspiration from Greek mythology's Hydra and Yamata no Urachi of Japanese mythology and the wyvern. Ghidorah has 2 wings, 2 tails, and 2 legs, but it is usually positioned horizontally. And, that's a character, That's explained, as a character, bro. And bro, dude, the fact that it's a character in the Godzilla franchise, bro. Dude, even if it doesn't make an appearance, kind of, in -0, bro, it's gonna be fine. It's gonna make it's gonna make an appearance in a movie eventually. Like gosh dang, like dude, gosh dang, like bro, dude, who leaves Godzilla and Ghidorah, out of their own movie? Like, no, bro, there cannot be a movie where Godzilla does not fight Ghidorah. They're probably gonna even bring in Kong, What's a movie without Godzilla fighting Kong or Mechagodzilla or even Anguirus, bro? They're gonna have to bring that in kind of eventually, bro. Okay, bro? I'm telling you, okay, this is gonna happen eventually, probably, maybe. Anyways, that's it for today. Skibidi.